Hey everybody, this is a video that I'm going to talk about how to speak in English. I have absolutely zero background in English, okay? All my childhood I studied each and everything in Bengali. I'm a Bengali guy who learned and who taught himself English out of his job. I learned this wonderful language, I learned how to speak in this language through my job, right? So the job was a call center job, and this story is about me. My name is Soumen, and I hail from Kolkata. But right now, no, I'm not in Kolkata due to my job. I had to change. I had to change the city. But that is not the story is all about. The story is all about for those people who never had any English background. I never had any English background. Trust me on this. Till class 12, I used to study everything in Bengali except the mathematics in the class 11 and 12. But rest, I never had any chance, any scope, any body, not an environment in which I grew up. I never had anyone to talk to in proper English where I can fluently speak the way I am right now I'm doing. So out of just when I just got my high school degree, I joined the college, and still then also I didn't have any proper background. I didn't have any idea that I have to speak in English and that is going to help me to make money and support the family. So this is how I started. I had to support the family, so I had to start something. I had to start somewhere. So I took some classes. Yes, I definitely took classes, but I did not complete those. Right. I took classes for spoken English, and it kind of a little bit helped me because with the basic grammar that she would need on a daily day-to-day basis. And then I started, then I started in a call center, what you call as an international call center, and that is how I started. That is where I started. That is where I born. You know, I whenever I tell my associates, whenever I tell whomever I cannot teach in English, this is the example. This is a brilliant example that I gave from where my journey started and where I am right now. I used to give support to the people who is to have computers, not who is to have a computers. I used to give technical support for overseas people for America and Canada. So on one fine day, I did not know the difference between much and more. So I stood. I was taking calls. I got a call from a customer. He was having kind of IT issue. So I stood and I was taking the call when I was standing up, and I not shouted. I kind of asked him this question: how many computers? The question should have been framed in a way that how many computers does he have like in his home. But the the way I asked is how much computers do you have? So that is absolutely grammatically incorrect, because many is for the countable nouns and much is for uncountable nouns. So I did not have that kind of knowledge. Trust me on that. But I always wanted to improve. I always wanted to talk like the Americans so I could hit more sales. I can be in a better position where I can convey my message, where I can convey all the thoughts that I are creating in my mind, so that I can have better conversation. I can do better business with the people in such a language which is a universal language, because in this language, if you know how to speak this language, you'll easily gonna get a job. Not a technical job, but if you do not have this skill, if you just know how to speak in English, you will easily get a job in a call center or somewhere where you can make money by selling your words. And that is what it's all about. In call center, you just sell your words and you make money out of it. But one skill that that you need, or I need, or I was looking for, is the I had this childhood dream that I really wanted to speak in English fluently, so that I can grow faster. This is something that I had in mind, but I never had to push it, because I really joined a call center. I just had a little bit of basic grammar understanding, and I started to talking to the people. Now that is the very biggest thing that people who do not know how to speak in English faces this problem with, because they do not born, or they are not belonging to that particular environment where they can speak English or speak in English with someone else, with with their friends, with their family. So that is a really big problem. It not only restricted to the language to which from which I belong, which is you call as Bengali, but to those people also who speaks any other language apart from English. Right, so you do not have that environment, because mother tongue is something that we learn from our family, from my mom, from my dad, right? So that is why that is a really big obstacle that is stopping you from learning the English. But you actually have to come out of it. So that was the journey. Like when I started, I learned, I kept on speaking, and I trained myself in such a way that my grammar should be correct. Not all the time, but most of the time I try to make it correct. Still, it's a it's a path of learning. Every day you learn, every time you do mistake, and that is how you become. See, the conversation that I'm having right now, with the camera, with you guys. Like in this conversation also, I do mistakes. I am doing mistakes, right? See, there's a mistake I did. So it is not I do, it's a present continuous tense, because right now I'm talking to you. Something which is happening, right, in a particular time, which will use a continuous tense. So that is I have in my mind. That is why when I'm telling that I am doing so, that is I just rectified myself. So you will do mistake. You will definitely do mistake. Everybody does. Even I do today also. But after when I do that, or when I commit it, specifically when I commit mistake, I try to find, okay, no, this is not something that was correct. I should have been I should have spoken the correct way to speak it, or should have used the correct way to pronounce the word, and that is how I rectify myself, because I know what is the correct. And how we can know, you will have a basic grammar. That is what you need. You need to have a basic vocabulary. You do not fancy words, upsurge and this and that, and what kind of words. You do not need all those kind of words at the basic level. All you need is the basic day-to-day words that you need to frame the sentences. And you need, there will be the clause that you have specifically. Let's take an example. अगर वैसा होता तो वैसा होता. अगर वैसा होता, अगर हम तेरे जगह ऐसा, हम अगर तेरे जगह होते, see, I'm really having a broken Hindi, okay? So हम अगर तेरे जगह होते तो हम वैसा steps लेते. So if this is something that you want to speak, so this is a very common clause, or this is a very common thing that we use generally every day. So what I did, the most common phrases or most common clauses which we encounter each and every day when we are having conversation, I try to make them in English. I tried, right? I looked in the grammar, I thought about it, what I can do, and I started replacing them on each and everyday conversation whenever I'm having a conversation with my friends. But then again, I never had an English medium, but I had a platform where I can build my empire. But though I have not yet built an empire or something like that, but it actually helped me. Now you notice that I have kind of weird accent that I have. It is not because I am trying to show off or something. No, it's absolutely not. I always speak with Americans. Right now I'm not doing it, but on my earlier days when I was learning, when I was teaching myself that how to speak in English, I was not teaching myself, I was actually making money for my family. So at that point of time, those were the era, right? Those were the days, I was actually talking to somebody who would understand English, who would only understand English. So that is what you exactly need. You need someone to talk to English. Right now you can talk to ChatGPT. Open, you log into ChatGPT, and then there will be something which I will definitely make a video of, and where you can talk to someone. So ChatGPT is still there. I found it online that you can talk to ChatGPT. That is the biggest problem, right? When you do not have anybody to talk to. So if I could do it belonging to a background where I did not know the difference between many and more, if I could come this long way and a long way to go, you can also do that. We all do mistakes. It's absolutely fine. You're not going to be a CEO the next day, or maybe you are a CEO. You're literally stuck. You want to bring more business. So whatever your profession is, whatever your target is, if you think this is a language can elevate you to such a position where it will be beneficial for your career, or it will be beneficial for whatever your focus is, then you should learn it. You should give it some time, you should think about it, and you should learn it. So in this channel we are going to talk about how to learn English and how to be pro at it. So but only thing that do not expect to be pro in just 30 days or 5 weeks. It will take some time. It's a journey. Okay, it is not a said that in 1 month you will become pro and after that you will not improve. You have to improve. It's a language, right? So it's a journey that should start somewhere and should keep on going. So this is specifically for those people who do not know how English works, how grammar works, how the fear that we all have, that what if I speak incorrect English, how to remove that fear, how to obsolete that fear out of your mind. It will take some time, but it's a journey, it's a marathon. Alright, so that is that should be all the motivation that you need. We are going to talk about in the next video, and that is all my story, how I got from absolutely zero to somewhere that I belong. We are talk about how we can easily make the grammar more like interesting subject and help ourselves with it. All resources will be free, and you don't have to buy anything. You can download anything from internet. So if Elon Musk can make a rocket out of just reading by books, and then you definitely can learn the language. It's absolutely free, but we are going to talk about some ways through which you can help yourself to learn this language in a much better way. Thank you for listening till then. Have a blessed day.